Why, hello, everyone. Welcome back to episode 2 of Pete and Jeremy's DnDTime this evening. Tonight's adventure is called High Treason. And I'll bring our heroes to the unusual place called the Widewoad, a part of the land of DnDTime that is infrequently visited. However, in the meantime, let's just say hi to everyone and introduce all of our heroes. This is a fabled tier adventure. As a result, all of these characters have succeeded in defeating their respective bosses and reaching level 4, and they're renowned throughout the land. So first and foremost, Ideal, welcome back to DnDTime. How are you doing?
I am doing well, thank you.
I see. And what you been up to lately? How's the hero life been going?
It's been going well.
Mm-hmm. Have you been doing anything in particularly interesting? Any goals or aspirations you've been working on, or just kind of taking it easy still?
Still taking it easy.
I see. Well, there are tons of interesting things that you can do with Bartholomew's gear and power at your disposal. I mean, you can go and visit kings and see all sorts of crazy exotic places in the land of DnDTime. Have you been taking advantage of any of that, or more of just
a bit here and there?
Mostly sitting at home reading.
Yes, but
And any good books?
Yes, I recently read a rather interesting book.
Mm-hmm. What was it about?
It was called How to Make Your Slave Happy.
How to Make Your Slave Happy?
Yes.
Ideal, do you have slaves?
No, I don't, but it was a rather interesting book.
I see. Oh, okay, I see. You're into. All right, you're just interested in the event that something bad were to happen. Like if someone were to capture you, you would want to be happy. You know how to tell them how to make you happy. I get you. I understand. Well,
Yes.
I'd like to.
If you're gonna have a slave, you want to keep them happy, anyways. Otherwise, they're gonna revolt and try to kill you.
Well,
a happy slave is a slave that doesn't kill you.
I hear there are some hobgoblins that have a bunch of that have the goblins that work below them. Maybe they should. Maybe they wrote the book. Who knows? Anyway, welcome, Ideal, to DnDTime. Welcome back. Next, we have the one and only, the sword that cuts the heavens, Fawkes. Welcome.
Yeah, that's me.
Oh, Fawkes,
You're right.
You're so alive. You're filled with life and energy.
That's what being Fawkes is like.
Is it just every moment of every day?
For Fawkes, every moment is like that for Fawkes.
For fuck's sakes, that's incredible. I'm jealous. I wish I had that kind of energy. So Fawkes, what have you been doing lately? I know you've got some. I assume you have some big plans. Or are you more of a fly by the seat of your pants kind of fella?
Fly by the seat of your pants. What?
It's an expression. You just kind of go and. Are you a more planning person? Do you plan out your day to day, or is it just whatever happens?
No. Plans. Even if they were any plans, I'd probably forget them anyway. You just gotta go with the flow sometimes. React to whatever it's coming at you.
All right. Well, you know what? You got a weird adventure coming at you, so.
There's always a lot of unexpected things as an adventure. So
I think this adventure is going to be peculiar.
Yeah. Well, I hope so.
Well, welcome, Fawkes. It's great to have you.
Thank you.
Not last.
Omniscient
next.
narrator.
Yeah, I am the omniscient narrator. Next we have Allie, Amelia, Zylpha, Clementine, Samantha, Corbyn. Welcome back to Land of DnDTime. I'm glad you're finally able to get out from behind that desk at the old Sun Temple.
Hi, Jeremy.
How are you doing, finally out, getting out, not having to do all that paperwork.
Yeah. I'm actually sad. One of our recruit camps was actually attacked a couple days ago.
A camp for young sun priests. Who attacked them?
I actually use a training camp for the paladins.
That just sounds like a bad move for whoever attacked.
And it was a pack of werewolves.
That's brutal. So now you have a bunch of sun worshipping werewolf paladins?
No,
it was just all bad. I'm trying to make a good spin on this, but I guess there's nothing to be said. Well, I'm sorry to hear, Allie. Are you just going out are you tracking down those werewolves, or are you just trying to get a little bit of a break after such tragic events?
I need to get right again.
Well, Allie, sun's prophet, worshipper of the great sun in the sky, I'm sure this will be a very interesting adventure for you. Hopefully can take your mind off of the tragedies of life. But anyway, welcome back again to the lands of DnDTime, or to Bartholomew's adventuring group. I'm stumbling over my words today. Whew, thank you. Last but not least, Michael Verity, Prince of Order. Welcome back to DnDTime. How you doing?
Doing great. I am, of course, the one and the only the Prince of the Order, and I shall gladly bring peace to whatever adventure brings me this time.
So you're really just out for peace here.
I'm really out for. Okay, I'm really out for to solve whatever problems await this time. I'm just that helpful guy that loves to be the hero.
Well, Michael, I'm glad you are. Unfortunately, once again, you're being thrown into a murder mystery, as you've dealt with once before. In today's adventure, entitled High Treason, the little spoke of tree people in the place called the Widewoad are seeking aid from Bartholomew's adventurers, being you all. You have made your way to the southwestern corner of the lands of DnDTime, where you've entered the Widewoad, a gargantuan forest where everything is larger than life. Trees being dozens of feet thick and spanning hundreds of feet into the air. You've made your way in and been greeted by, normal-sized people that live inside some of these trees in their tree kingdom. You have been brought up into the great royal redwood, where Queen Borea Evergreen resides. She has called for your aid after apparently there's been a murder in the royal, right outside the royal quarters. And so we start our adventure. You have been greeted by these three people, and they have led you inside of one of their massive redwood trees. You've walked quite a ways up and around the big winding staircase inside the tree, and you have come up to a small platform that looks out over the forest, where you have just kind of been awaiting for a few moments before being called into the Queen's quarters. As you all just kind of stand on this platform overlooking the jungle below, the wind howls, and it's a bit chilly. The sounds of the jungle echo up from the forest below. What do you all do?
Oh, I have a clarification question. What do these tree people look like? Are they actual trees people, or are they just people that live in trees?
They look like just humans, normal humans. There are a couple elves. Right. You could have sworn you saw a dwarf with weird face paint, but he was the only one wearing weird green face paint. All the other ones just seemed like normal people.
Yes, I mean, why would tree people live in trees? That would be like living in yourself.
Maybe they seek trees as more than just homes.
That's awfully intimate. be living inside someone else. Well, back to the quest.
There's
been a murder.
And I am pushing forward. We will go to the scene of the crime and meet who we must talk to.
Right after you.
So right now you're standing on this little platform that overlooks the jungle below, and the sounds of the jungle kind of echo up through it. However, there's no guards out here with you right now. It's just a whole bunch of you standing on this wooden platform sticking out from the side of a tree. Looking down, you are probably like 300 feet in the air. And you've been told to wait because you would be summoned by the queen. But if you want, you can just go back inside and start wandering around. Is that what you're doing?
Ideal's gonna wait for the queen because he doesn't want to offend the queen.
Mm-hmm.
If we're being told to wait, then I'm just gonna wait. Then I'm not. Never mind the moving part. I'm just gonna stay there.
Well, never mind the queen. I'm gonna go look for her myself.
Okay.
I like waiting. This is waiting.
Abby looks directly down from the platform.
Mm-hmm. It's about 250, 300 feet. Kind of hard to tell from this high up.
What? Fawkes will go out and look for the queen.
Yeah, Fawkes, you go and you throw open the doors and you go to enter back into the tree. But as you do, you can see, like, right on the other side of the door, there's, like, a middle-aged dude just kind of standing there. He's wearing a brown, just kind of cloth tunic and pants. Very modest and simple clothes, as many of the people here seem to be wearing. And he was, like, just about to open the door when you throw it open. He looks at you all.
Hey.
Oh, hey.
Yeah.
I'm here to fetch you for the queen.
About time.
Yeah, Borea wants to talk with y'all. I'm sorry for the wait.
I want to talk to her too.
Nah, the wait's fine. Besides, this view is glorious, just like the view from my castle that of a kingdom I will soon rule.
Right. Why the wait though? I thought you wanted to.
Why the wait? Oh, she was getting ready. She really wanted to look good for you guys. She's a big fan.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, we're like, and he kind of like gestures for you all to come along, but he's mostly talking with you, Fawkes. And like, yeah, no, I mean, we are like huge fans of Bartholomew's Adventuring Company. Man, it's pretty crazy. We're a pretty small kingdom. It's really chill here. You know, except for when the giant butterflies fly by, but that's only once a year. And he kind of just keeps on rambling for a little while. But he leads you. What was that?
Who's your favorite adventure?
I mean, I'm a big fan of Switch. They're pretty brutal. But you're up there too, man. It's like, you're just unkillable, it seems. I mean,
aren't most of us unkillable? I haven't.
I mean, you're all unkillable, but like, man, there's some crazy stuff. And he just keeps on going on for a little bit, but he leads you down the hallway into a large set of very nicely engraved wooden double doors. Everything here is obviously made of wood because it's the inside of a tree. But he opens them up, and it leads into the throne room of this this tree person queen, which, as you kind of enter in, you can see at the end of a long kind of rug, a nice carpet that seems to be woven from flowers. There is a wicker throne sitting on top of it. You see a woman fairly young, maybe in her late 20s. She wears just kind of a simple woven wicker crown with a few flowers kind of woven into it. Has a bit of a pointed nose, but nothing else really, a very soft otherwise face. And she looks to you all and says, "Oh, my adventurers are here." And she goes to stand from her chair. She's got a long flowing green dress with like some gold filigree. She looks very regal compared with all the other people in the room who are wearing more simple clothing.
Now I'm going to approach her and bow to her with excellency and politeness and be like, well, greetings, fair queen.
As you go to walk up to her, there are some just attendants in the room, and one of them walks alongside you and throws some flower petals on the ground in front of you as you walk.
Yeah, I'll kneel down and kiss her hand. And
yeah, she extends a hand to be kissed. She has a single, almost a wooden ring, it looks like, with a nice amber inset on it. Looking inside the amber, there's a teensy-tiny little flower set in it. That's just barely visible. The rest of you, Allie and Ideal? All right.
Allie is also going to bow down before the queen.
Okay.
Ideal's gonna kneel before the queen.
Okay, yeah. She smiles at all of your reverence and says, "Oh, you may stand. Thank you for coming so quickly. At my behest, I didn't think I was so important. I, unfortunately, need your help in this most dire of times. Our court jester, Crabappleolis, has recently died a terrible and tragic death. And there's some hushed whisper among the room from the attendants. We found him just earlier today, bludgeoned horribly to death outside of his quarters down the hall. It could have been anyone. But I'd like you all to find out who is behind this, who is the treasonous one amongst us."
Never fear. For I've solved other murders in the past, and with very dubious endings to them. But I can guarantee you, I will conclude this murder mystery.
Mm-hmm. Good. I was hoping, with the Prince of Order, things would be in order before long. I do have a few suspicions. Down the hall, there was a maid. She goes by the name of Empera. She's fairly new, and it could have been her. Also, our court wizard, by the name of Tyga, could be behind it. One of the attendants can bring you to their respective rooms if you wish to question them.
I'd like to investigate the crime scene first.
Oh, absolutely. As Bartholomew's adventures and my power as the queen, I hereby vest you with complete authority within my kingdom. Do whatever you need to do. And she gestures for one of the servants to come over and lead you where you'd like to go.
Yes, we go to the crime scene then.
I feel safer here with my guards. And she gestures to a few of the other servants just kind of standing around. So yeah, where do you all want to do? What do you all want to do? She's given you complete authority to investigate the murder.
I go to the crime scene and see what I can find.
Okay. So you make your way to the crime scene. And are the rest of you kind of following Ideal?
Yeah, I don't know what else I think we should start at the scene of the crime.
Sure. They lead you. Oh, yes, Michael.
I would follow, but at the same time, my past experience is telling me not to. At the same time, because of the fact that the last person I tried to protect almost died.
Okay. Well, you make your way down the hall, and right after kind of leaving and turning to the right and heading down, you come to an area. There are a few guards. They carry just simple wooden spears. And there is a just kind of, it looks like a body covered in a white blanket, just kind of lying in the ground. It's slumped up against the wall. There's little bits of blood that you can see dried on the ground around it where the blanket doesn't quite reach. And the guards kind of stand at attention as you approach. Hey, what can I do for you?
What
can I do for you? What was it? You're Ideal, right?
I am ideal,
Yeah.
correct?
Yeah, I saw your boss battle. That was a sick unicorn stab.
Thank you.
It's kind of nods like, nice. The other guard is like kind of nodding along. What did you want to, are you here to investigate the murder? The queen said someone would be by.
Yes, we are here to investigate the murder. What can you tell us about the murder?
Oh, I don't know anything about the murder, but he was beat up pretty bad. The guy says, looking down towards the white blanket. The body's still presumably there under the blanket. And he like, you want me to show you? And like kind of reaches down with a spear head to like pull the blanket up. And as he does, you see a fairly young man, late 20s, jet black hair cut quite short. But that's all that you can really tell about this person is they have been horribly bludgeoned. Like, oh my god, they're like almost flattened. It looks like there are like a couple of puncture marks where something maybe like the size of a small tree or whatever got stabbed into him. But yeah, he is just super dead and super deformed looking. Skin's kind of blackened.
Can I roll an investigation check?
I was about to ask the same thing.
You get up close to the body and start looking at it?
Yeah.
You know what I want to do?
Yeah, Allie?
Can I do a medicine check to see if I can like doctor our way around to know what exactly could have cut this deep or what kind of strength I would need to do that?
Yeah, absolutely. You can absolutely roll me a medicine check. That is that is the exact use for such a skill. And you can also give me that investigation. Okay. So ideally, you look around. Oh, go ahead.
I'm gonna make an investigation as well, but this time I'm going to look around the area for any clues that suggest the killer was sloppy, like a footprint or something.
Sure. Okay. So you can
I
also
think that would technically be more perception than investigation.
Yeah, actually, that's a great call. That would probably be a perception roll.
Yeah, because investigation, you know something is there, whereas perception, you're trying to find something.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good way of putting it. They can be kind of wishy-washy, but anyway, so ideally, you're looking at the body, and you're, like, checking out the wound, because there is one big puncture mark on his, like, torso. Where he's actually been like impaled or something or stabbed. It's fairly, you can't like tell too much about it, but like poking around in it, there's no splinters or pieces of wood or something like that like you'd expect from like maybe a spear or something, unless it was like a really good spear. But yeah, you don't see anything like that. And looking at the rest of the body, again, it just looks like he's been hit a bunch. Allie, as you kind of check it out from more of a medical look, the diameter of the puncture wound is like 3 or 4 inches wide, and it's like rounded. So it would look like someone took like a portable battering ram or something and stabbed into him. Because this isn't like a sword or a spear or something.
I have a portable battery.
I turned to the
Fawkes could have done this.
I turned to the guards, and because I want to ask them.
Okay.
Suspicious look.
Yeah, I asked them, does anybody within your kingdom use metal weaponry, or is it mostly wood-based?
Oh, I mean, yeah, we got one real... We don't have a lot of money here, but, like, the guard captain does. He has a nice metal spear. His name's Duo.
Can we go talk to this captain?
Oh, yeah, no problem. I mean, he's been on non-stop, been busy non-stop since the murder, but yeah, it's no problem. I can lead you there if you want.
Please do.
All right. And just to finish it up, as you're looking around, Max, you don't see any signs of footprints or anything in particular. Unfortunately, there's been a lot of activity in this area, probably from the guards. So you think, Michael, that it's odds are if there were signs like that, they've been lost at this point. with your perception.
Unfortunate.
So the guard who kind of leads you down to the office of the guard captain, and he just kind of knocks on the door. Captain Duo, you have visitors. There's a call from inside. Oh, let him in. And
Hey.
Opens up the door and, oh my God, for fuck's sakes. And he throws down the papers he was looking at. Let me shake your hand, sir. He gets up and walks right up to you, Fawkes. Oh my, personal
sir,
hero.
we are here on official
Oh my God,
business.
you're all here. This is incredible. And like you look around his like little office here, and there are like posters of all sorts of different Bartholomew's adventurers up there.
Concerned if he has a poster of me up there, I'll be a little concerned.
Well, no, there's a poster of you and a bunch of orcs, and you're all smiling, and there's an orc giving a thumbs up. Which, like, you never posed for a poster like that, but whatever.
Excellent. No, props to the guard captain. But anyway, I'm gonna tell him we're here on official business. We could discuss autographs or whatnot at another time. But for now, we must discuss a murder.
Yeah,
I'll take like a quick selfie with him.
Oh, I don't have any moving parchments. Maybe later. I'll run to the store and get. Man, I don't. Balsam, and he kind of calls out, and the guard who brought you here, who is leaving, kind of stops and pokes his head back in. Yeah, Balsam, go get me some moving paper.
By the way,
right.
Did you kill him?
What? No, I didn't. I didn't kill him.
I'm Fawkes. It's cool.
Can you roll me a persuasion check? With advantage, you're very popular with this guy.
It's alright, you can tell me.
Yeah, and he's like...
I just look at Fawkes like, are you serious?
Did you?
And he looks at you, Fawkes. He says, No, I've never killed anyone. This is such a small kingdom, and the monsters here are so much bigger. Like, I've never killed them. I'm sorry. I know I'm disappointing to you. Kind of like looks down sadly.
Hey.
Why would you be disappointed? You should be happy if you didn't kill him because
killing people is a good thing, man.
Fuck's sakes, literally humans, man.
You've done something that I couldn't do. You've kept your hands clean, and as a captain of the guard, that's pretty respectful. That's cool.
You can see him like choking up a little bit, and he goes and like gives you a salute. And he's like, "Thank you."
Excuse me. Let's get back to the.
I'm sorry. Yes, you came here. You thought I didn't kill anyone. Unfortunately.
Yes.
Oh, fortunately.
But do you have any idea who could be carrying a portable ram?
What?
A portable ram. You know those, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, Fawkes always carries one. Everyone knows that.
Of course.
But
And
no,
we need someone within your kingdom.
Oh, I don't think so. We don't even have locks. Everything's made of wood.
Well, what about...
We need a ram.
We understand that you have a spear.
Oh, yeah. It's back here. And he kind of opens up a cupboard and takes a spear out. It's like, yeah,
cool.
I haven't ever used it, but like in theory, this metal tip will actually do some damage.
Yeah, here, I'll enchant it for you. And
I look at Fawkes again, like...
I cast light on the spear. To something has them on.
Yeah, and he's just like in shock. Yes,
okay.
I do. Sorry.
I asked the captain, like, if anybody has borrowed the spear recently.
No one's borrowed the spear recently. He answers.
I asked him if he's the only one in the kingdom that has such a weapon.
To his knowledge, yeah, he's the only one with the metal spear. This is like I said, it's a very small kingdom on the outskirts of the lands of DnDTime.
I'm just double checking. Okay.
Oh yeah,
man.
he confirms. Yeah,
Yeah, okay. Well, according to my investigation earlier, the victim was stabbed with a metal weapon, not a wooden one. And you apparently are the only one who has such a weapon.
How did you figure that out?
By looking at the body and seeing no splinters in the wounds.
That's smart. I should have looked. Well, unfortunately, no. Well, I haven't given it to anyone.
Then
I know it's been here the whole time. There's that new woman who cleans the office every once in a while, but I don't think she seems pretty meek. I don't think she could have bludgeoned someone like that.
All right. Where's she?
Well, then, would you mind coming with us to question her? I mean, you are the captain of the guard, and if she is the murderer,
he's probably busy, right? He's got lots of.
No. I mean, he's the captain of the guard. He should be with us to find the murderer, to protect his claim. I mean, who knows who the murderer could go after next?
He nods like excitedly, like he's like super eager to go with you guys. I'm going on an adventure with Bartholomew.
You really think we can handle this by ourselves?
Are we going? Wait, where are we going? Who are we seeing again?
I can show you to the newest attendance room, Impera.
I can pretty much almost guarantee it might be her. Knowing my experience, it's usually the most innocent one that's the most deadly.
I don't think
don't be so judgmental, young prince.
Yeah, I once saw her in a standoff in a hallway with a beetle. She was terrified of it. I don't think.
I don't know, beetles can be very terrifying.
It was really small.
Well, then let us go talk to her.
Okay,
or at least investigate her room.
Okay, yeah, he leads you outside, and it's funny because they're up this high. There are like big, not stairs or bridges, big like wooden and rope bridges, which span between these massive trees that these people live in. And as you go back outside, the sounds of the jungle and the wind are much, much louder. And the wind especially is howling. And you can see you're crossing one of these bridges. It's maybe 40 feet long and connects to another tree. And he tells you, yeah, the servants' quarters, they're right across the bridge here. Paris should be the first room, I think. And he leads you across the bridge. It sways a little bit in the wind, but it feels sturdy enough to you all. And you kind of get to the other side, and he kind of knocks the tip of his spear on the door and calls, Empera, you have guests. Bartholomew's adventurers require you. And you just hear from inside, just a moment. And
I burst down the door.
You bark. All right, give me a strength roll, ideal.
Yeah, I'm just gonna try and break down the door.
Excellent. So ideal, you rush forward. It'd be a strength athletics check.
All right.
I'll never mind.
What were you gonna say?
You can help.
I was just gonna be like, I'll trip him, casually, give him disadvantage.
So you like stick your foot out to trip Ideal, and Ideal, you trip, and that causes you to turn and hit it with your shoulder, so it doesn't hurt as much when you slam into it. You think Fawkes might have just given you a hand, you're not sure. But yeah, you bash down the door, having just crappy wooden hinges, it breaks off easy.
Good job, buddy.
The door crashes in. You see before you a bedroom, it looks like. It's fairly small, only like 15 by 15 feet. There is a small bed in the corner, a few small tables, like a chair, like a wooden vase, it looks like, with some flowers in it. And you see on the far side of the room a young woman. She has kind of dirty brown hair tied back in a ponytail. And she looks at you with kind of a shocked expression on her face as you smash into her room.
Did you really ideal? Was that entirely necessary? You just broke down this poor woman's door.
She seems totally.
You don't give suspects time to hide anything. If they don't answer right away, there's a good chance they're trying to hide something.
And she's got a big bundle of, it looks like brown cloth, and there's something else in it in her arms that she's holding.
I'll pick her up in my arms.
God, okay, so are you fireman carrying her, or
like a princess in the arms? Yeah.
Okay, she kind of gasps as you do.
She can't get away.
No, she can't get away. She's grappled, and she finally kind of gets a hold of herself. She's like, "What's going on? What? Duo, what's happening?" And Duo,
I'm scaring the poor woman.
Duo, the guard captain,
she is a suspect.
You're under arrest.
We haven't concluded she's actually a murderer. Yeah.
Maybe under arrest. He corrects himself. And she just looks between you all, baffled. What do you do?
Here, calm down. Have some water.
Okay.
I look at the bundle.
I'll give her a flask of holy water.
Meanwhile, I'm gonna look at the bundle she was holding.
Okay, yeah, it's still in her hands. She's being carried by Fawkes.
All right. She has to put it down to. I'm guessing she has to put it down to drink the water.
Actually, it's a great point. She kind of, I guess, reaches over and just puts it on a table nearby from Fawkes' arms, just a nearby bookshelf. When Fawkes hands her the flask, and she drinks it and makes a sour face, this doesn't taste like regular water.
And when she does that, I'm going to look at it.
Okay, you go over and you unfurl the cloth, and she is still kind of taking in the situation.
I'll take a sip of the holy water, and I'll be like, "You're right," and I'll hand her another flask of clear liquid, which is just vodka and alcohol.
Okay.
Instead.
She's just very confused. She doesn't drink that one immediately because she's just absolutely befuddled as to what's going on. But then she notices, Ideal, that you're going through her things, and she's, if you could not, please, I would really appreciate it.
I open the bundle.
Would you rather I do it instead?
It's very personal. I'm a little uncomfortable about it.
I open the bundle.
As you open the bundle, there is a leather-bound book inside of it with no label or text on the front. She says, "Please, I'd really prefer. Can you please put me down, Mr. Sakes?"
I'm gonna open.
I'll never let you go.
I'm gonna open the book in such a way that if there was something inside of it, it would fall out, but it wouldn't be read.
Okay. Roll me a sleight of hand check as you do that. The DC is only 10. It's super minor.
Yeah.
Okay, so you go to do it, and something does fall out. It's a bookmark, but you're able to catch it and not lose the place with your sleight of hand.
All right.
It looks like it's 3/4 of the way through, and she looks at you all "What's going on?" And she looks toward you, Allie, in the back. She's like, "Son's prophet, please stop. What is going on?"
There's been a murder, and we're trying to find the culprit. If you could cooperate, everything would be so much easier. Yeah, and I'm sorry about that. I can't hold down these wild men.
Wild?
Listen, lady.
There's
been a murder. We need to find the culprit.
I'm gonna
what do I have to do with it?
Well,
Okay.
you're the newest person. You're the newest person the newest citizen of this fine country.
That's enough. I'll grab her book and open it.
No, I'm handing her book back. After I make sure the bookmark is in it and is in the place where it was before, I'm handing her back her book.
Okay, so you're handing her back her book. She's still in Fox's arms. And Fox, what were you doing?
I'll move her to like one arm and just grab the book and open it.
Okay, she attempts to get out of your arms. Do you like let her go, or do you try and hold on to her?
Yeah, I'll hold on to her.
Okay, can you roll me an strength athletics check? She's
Sure.
gonna roll an acrobatics check to try and get out. Wow, she actually does. She manages to wriggle out of your arms and kind of like push herself backwards, like against the wall, away from you all.
But I'm not too bothered.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just look in her book anyways.
You crack it open. Just do a random place in the middle, or like the beginning?
Or the bookmark area.
Oh, okay. You start kind of glancing through it and reading it. It appears to be a guide to really to speak more and enunciate more clearly. This seems to be really focused on enunciation and making sure that all of your sounds are prim and proper.
Enunciation. Guide to.
You flip back to the beginning, and it's How to Have a Soothing Voice by Chogal.
Oh, everyone's a fan here, it seems. But I'm gonna interject and be like, and look at the other three and be like, okay, this is, you guys are all stepping out of line here. I'm gonna have to handle
this. Is an investigation. I turn to Max and say, "This is an investigation." What do you?
This does not mean having to step out of. She's a suspect, but she still has her rights.
All right.
And I'm gonna take the book from Fawkes and just give it back. From Fawkes and just give it back to her and be like, oh, "We're really sorry about that."
No, as a dungeon master, I do want to make a point of order. You were given absolute authority to do whatever you wanted in this kingdom by the queen.
Yeah. So technically, we have not broken any laws.
I'm just putting that out there. I'm not like, this isn't in character. This is just the dungeon master Jeremy correcting. Technically, you can do whatever you want.
I still have morals here. I just want to say that I still have morals here, and I will keep that in mind.
You can see that
I can say you do realize the queen gave us absolute authority in her kingdom, in order to figure out who the murderer is, right?
She says, "No, I didn't realize. No one told me that." And the guard captain Duo says, "We have absolute authority." And he takes his spear and starts cutting into the mattress. He's like, "We'll check to see if she stowed anything in here." He starts going into the digging.
We have absolute authority.
I turn to the guard captain and say, "You do not have absolute authority. We adventurers do."
He takes a step back.
I'll just pick up the guard captain. And I'll also pick up
just one in each arm.
What's her name again? Yeah, again. And we're leaving. I'll just walk out the door.
She seems super anxious. The guard captain seems somewhat wooed. Like he's very pleased.
I'll be like,
she's not
absolute authority.
She's trying to get out of your arms, but failing because you're way stronger than she is. Where do you go, Fawkes, as you carry them out?
I'll head back to the Queen's area place again. Queen's room. Hall.
I'm going to while Fawkes does that, I want to make a check inside the room. I want to make a check inside the room, like what that would require.
Well, yeah, I mean, at this point, Fawkes seems to have bought the rest of you some time to really dig around if you want. What do you do?
I'm definitely going to search her room real quick.
Investigation check, or?
This would be perception.
Okay, perception check, go!
So if there's something particular you want to look at, you'd roll me an investigation check. So if you say, I want to investigate the mattress, you can roll investigation. If you want to roll, just look around, that'd be perception. So
I'm gonna be percepting my hands.
Yeah, Allie, you're like, did we? What? There's something on my hand. I get bit by a bug, and you got a little confused. And maybe like a big dragonfly flies nearby, and you like kind of swat at it a couple times, and it just won't leave you alone. Ideal. As you're looking around, you notice there's a picture on the wall, which is tilted slightly off center. Maybe she just didn't hang it right. Maybe there's something more to it. Max, as you peek around, you find her closet, and inside there are a suspiciously large number of brooms. It's like 8 brooms, and only 1 mop.
This is way too many brooms for one person.
I investigate the picture that's not right.
Okay, yeah, you go over and you like twist it around, and you take it off the wall, and sure enough, behind it, there's a little inset with a little wooden box in it.
I open the box.
This wooden box has a tiny metal clasp.
I undo the clasp and open the box.
All right, you open the box, and inside you find a very small little dagger. It's got a very, very fine silver hilt, nice engravings all over it, a few gems embedded into it. Looks very nice.
I close the box.
Kind of old. It's kind of tarnished, the silver. It's not like nice and shiny.
Okay, so Allie
is it a metal dagger and does it have blood on it?
Well, there's no blood, and I think all of you at this point notice Ideal going and doing that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can I do a medicine check to see if I can find any traces of blood?
Sure. Yeah, I mean, you don't even have to roll a medicine check. If Ideal will hand you the dagger to look at, you look at it. I mean, Ideal, I assume you don't have an issue passing it around as evidence?
Yeah, as long as, before I do, I make sure that the door is closed before I take the dagger.
There is no door to close.
There's no door anymore, Ideal. You broke it off.
I take the door up and put it where it's supposed to be.
Okay. A strong wind will knock it over. But
I'm gonna make sure the door does not fall open. So I'll stand right next to it to make sure that it doesn't fall open. And then let the others see the dagger.
Allie, you take a peek at it, and can you actually roll me an Arcana check? Because you're really giving it a good look here. It's definitely slightly magical. There's definitely some magic to it. However, you see no trace of blood. You also have no idea what magic it could have.
Then
knowledge?
I detect magic.
Okay, yeah, you detect magic upon it. And it is... it just tells you the school of magic, correct?
Yes, the school of magic, it says.
It would be transmutation. Which is the school of transforming things, changing their form. All of the suspects, because Fawkes was wondering, are this woman who he just walked away with, whose name is, I have it right here. Where my notes?
We don't have.
Yeah, her name is Empera. There is Taiga, and I believe it was Empera and Taiga were the two that you were that she was suspicious of.
Who's Taiga?
I'm currently suspicious of the guard captain.
Well, this is Empera, the woman you just walked away with, and Taiga is the wizard, the court wizard, who you don't know where they are right now. You haven't gone to see them yet.
Yeah.
Wait. I just got struck. I got struck with a brilliant idea. Okay, so let's take this. Okay, so I'm going to tell everyone. If maybe even though he's a suspect, maybe the court wizard can identify what this does.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, because, I mean, in the realm of transmutation, Allie, obviously this dagger would never have been able to cause the wound you saw. But within the school of transmutation, for example, a dagger that grows in size is absolutely within that kind of field, which this could do or it could not. You don't know.
Okay, so
alternatively, you could just attune to it and hope it's not cursed, and then you'd know if it had some sort of cool magic property.
No, Ideal will attune to it.
That'll take an hour. Are you just gonna sit around for an hour in this woman's house?
No, I don't. No.
Hey, while I'm sitting around for an hour, you can go talk to the wizard.
I've already gotten on my way back while you guys were looking.
You just picked him up, Fawkes?
I need to take the dagger to the court wizard to show him. I need to show him it to the court wizard so he can see what it is.
Well, as you guys are having this conversation,
I can find out about the trigger by attuning to it.
Well, as you're having the conversation, the door to that room opens, and you see Fawkes standing on the other side, and he's carrying what looks like just a dude in his like mid-50s. He has a brown pointy hat on. He's got a little bit of a mustache just kind of growing in, but no other facial hair. The mustache doesn't look good. He, you assume, must be the wizard on account of his pointy hat. And Fawkes has him. He's carrying him, and he is just kind of asking a lot of dumb questions. He's like, "Is it true that you cut the heavens?"
Yes.
With which weapon would you be able to do such a thing?
The sword.
The heavens are an incorporeal thing. A simple
Why do you
blade.
think they call me that name?
No, but a simple blade is physically impossible. And he's just in front of all of you now.
They did.
Okay, so I'm going to look at those and be like, "Oh, thank you, Fawkes, for bringing the guy I was actually going to look for. So, Sir, we need you."
Are you the wizard, the court wizard, Tiger?
Yes, they call me Tiger. Tiger Bayberry, to be exact.
Hold on one sec.
Court wizard here.
Let's do this back at the Queen's Court.
I agree.
Very well.
I'll drag all of them back there, and I have them chained up and then like tied and manacled, all three of them together, like back to back. And I'll set them right in the middle of the court. I'll be like, "My queen, my majesty, my lady." We got all the suspects right here.
Were they a conspiracy?
We know one of them is guilty. We don't know who.
One of them is guilty.
Just real quick.
You don't know anything. Don't say that. All we found is a knife.
If one of them is
We
guilty,
have a knife, a spear, and I don't know why the wizard is suddenly in chains.
I don't know either. I don't want to be in chains any longer. It'd be great if you let me go.
I'm going to unchain. I'm going to unchain you, Sir Wizard. But you must do me a favor. You must tell. I need you to tell me by what this magical knife even does.
Well, ideal at this point, you've attuned to the knife. The knife is a knife of tarnishing. It can magically tarnish and untarnish itself as an action.
I show the knife's function to everybody.
Yeah, it just gets like it becomes almost black with tarnish when you tarnish it.
Does removing the tarnish also include the removal of blood?
There's one way to find out.
That seems like a completely useless enchantment. Why would anyone have that?
To hide a murder.
You see, the other girl, Impera, the one you took the knife from, and she's just like, "It was a gift. It was my father's. Why am I in chains?"
I will purposefully cut myself with the knife so that there's blood on it.
Yeah, okay, you do so.
Can't I get her?
And then use the untarnishing magic on the knife.
The blood remains on it. What were you saying, Fawkes?
I will sick my baby polar bear on them.
Oh God, really?
Well, not like to kill them or attack them, but just like
for a baby polar bear. All right, he is going to go over, and he's gonna roll an attack.
Nah, I didn't raise them like that.
My
so
God.
Rude. Holy shit.
Over. And he just like goes to like clamber up the back of the wizard, who's like, "Oh, that's an adorable bear," and he falls flat on his face. The bear put too much pressure on his back, and now he's just kind of squirming on the ground. Oh, that's uncomfortable. And your polar bear is just kind of rolling around on the ground, just kind of licking him, and he's like, "This is disgusting. Stop it."
Yeah.
Breath smells like fish.
Okay, given the knife's ability to not clean it of blood, I give it to the maid and undo her
She's
chains.
tied up. She doesn't have any hands right now to hold stuff.
Well, I'm gonna let her out of whatever chains or bonds she's in, and then hand her knife and say, "You are free to go. You're clearly."
Fawkes, do you let that all happen? You've tied them up at this point.
I mean, I have the keys to the manacles, so
yeah.
If you want to, you gotta break the manacles.
The guard captain seems totally okay with being tied up right now, by the way. He's totally cool with being in chains. Like, yeah, this is an important part of the deal right now.
The process,
Who's done it?
I'll like wink at him, good job.
He's super into it.
I'm like, I know you're just buddy.
There's only one thing left we haven't checked yet, and that's the wizard's room.
Yes, I was hoping that you would have checked his room while I was attending to the knife.
I'm just saying, it's probably not like any of these three.
Wait here, I'm going to ask a guard to take me to the wizard's room.
The queen approaches you.
How about we take the guard captain and the wizard to the wizard's room?
Excuse me.
Yes?
Yes.
Is it any of these three? Do you have any thoughts? Mr. Sakes, I heard you were saying that you do not believe it to be any of them.
Was it you?
Absolutely not.
Alright, just checking.
But I
do have a zone of truth around here, so I'm just like, in case anyone lies, I'll just ask questions straight up.
Oh, you cast a zone of truth?
Yeah, beforehand.
Okay, so I'm going to see if any of them fail their save. Actually, they're going to have to make that save every turn, so whatever. They fail eventually.
Hey, who killed him? Did you kill old man?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Why am I in chains? Empire seems very disturbed. And the queen says, I didn't kill them.
Ah, I see. Well, do you mind if I look at that ring for a second?
Sure. And she holds out her hand.
What's the story behind this ring?
It was my mother's ring.
Oh, okay. I'll use item.
Every queen here has worn this ring.
I'll use item 404 on it.
Oh no! Shit! What does item 404 do?
It's everyone forgets about it.
Oh, okay. She looks down. What? Is it gone or is it still there?
It's gone.
It's gone. Point of order.
Yeah, okay. So she kind of like is looking down at your hand, at her hand, and at you. What were we just talking about?
Oh, I don't remember.
I feel strangely hollow inside. I'm gonna go sit down. She goes and sits down, kind of confused and dejectedly in her throne.
I'm going to saying, okay, clearly it wasn't the servant, it wasn't the guard captain, and I don't think it can be the wizard, and here's why. My reasoning is that a wizard is the one who uses spells and staffs and basic weapons. The weapon that would be used to kill such a person be mastered by a wizard.
It was probably a tree.
Exactly. You should let me go.
We should probably still investigate his room just to be sure.
However, we still must check his room.
Okay, so you all take your.
As long as you have nothing to hide, Court Wizard, you should be fine.
I'll just wait in these chains. Free me when you're done.
How about we take both the wizard and the guard captain with us, since we freed the maid who is innocent at this point.
Okay. Sure. Does that sound good with you all?
Sure.
Okay. So you all make your way out, and you start traveling across one of those long rope bridges. This one goes about 80 feet. And on the other side, there is just kind of a very small tree compared to the other one. It's only about 15 feet across. You assume this to be the wizard's kind of tower. And as you're approaching, you get to about within 50 feet of the of the wizard's tower, the wind is howling as it blows through, and the bridge kind of shakes and rattles a little bit under it, and it picks up quite a bit, and you notice there are no jungle sounds here. The jungle is completely silent. And far away, about, like I said, about 50 feet halfway across the bridge, you see some sort of dark, shadowy shape around his tree. Oh, that's strange. Never seen that before.
Push forward! I'm pushing forward, not fearing this.
Michael Verity continues to push forward across the bridge. Anyone else?
I continue.
I'll stay at the Queen's Court, yeah.
Oh, so Fawkes, you're gonna stay back a little bit?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I'm gonna stay next to the wizard.
Oh, you can keep leading him if you want.
Yeah.
Allie,
So I can push him over in case
follows.
anything happens.
Allie follows right behind Max.
Excellent. So, Michael and Allie, you two are kind of leading the way a little bit, and when you get to within like 20 feet of the end of the bridge, you can see the door, the entrance into the abode. It's still like ajar, and you see this dark shape quickly like move, like it shifts and forms. It looks almost like a dark mist, and in a moment you see it kind of materialize into a dark, blackened, shriveled face on this massive, just gargantuan creature. The creature itself must be a good 20 feet tall and a similar distance wide. It has this black, shriveled, pointed face, almost like a possum or something. These big yellow-orange eyes, and you can see it's covered in this matted, grayish-brown fur. It has two arms and two legs, but on each hand it has a series of curved, blackened, withered fingers, with one finger in particularly that is about 3 to 4 inches thick and several feet long. The finger itself looks like it's like 8 or 9 feet. It's huge. And this withered tiny finger kind of points toward you angrily, the creature, and it makes this horrible like screeching sound as it is right ahead of you. And I need you all to roll for initiative as this creature has attacked you.
I'm gonna make a cop. I would like to cop and be like, I think we found our killer now.
As you have found the Mega II. Let me just get its initiative. Good. Hope that wasn't right. All right, it got a 10. And it kind of makes this horrible screech out at you. And we're going to start with you, Fawkes. You're still on the other side of the bridge.
Yep.
What would you like to do?
I'm gonna turn around and head back inside.
Fawkes! Wow, Fawkes, you coward!
Like, fuck sakes. It is out of here.
You coward!
Yeah,
The guard's gonna be so disappointed. I hope Duo is disappointed in Fawkes right now. I really hope.
And you'll be like, hey, does anyone have like, I don't know, some sort of fucking magic or something to kill this thing outside?
We have a wizard with us.
Anybody know, like, what that shit is right there?
Us and is in chains.
I'm pretty sure I found our culprit outside.
Yes, the Fawkes was just like, that's your turn.
Probably.
You're able to
I'm just telling.
Can you roll me a d12?
Okay, d12?
Yes.
Alright.
Alright. You were able to scramble 9 guardsmen, but none of them have magic. They just have wooden spears.
Yo, throw that spear at them. Oh, I have some javelins, by the way.
Okay, well, they're going to start, like, that's their whole turn is getting to you, and they'll go on your turn next round. Next
Good
we
job.
have Ideal. What would you like to do?
I would like to free the wizard.
That is not a one-action move, unless you have something that can dissolve chain.
Let's see. Can I attempt to break the chain?
Yeah, you can. They have armor class and hit points.
I would like to stab it with my square dagger.
Oh, shit! Oh, damn. Yeah, go for it. Let's see how much health they have. I got them right here. Okay, do you want me to attack? Or just roll your damage, because I think you hit it.
Your dagger?
Alrighty, it's a magic item he found. So yeah, you hit the chain. Give me your damage. Oh no! Oh wait.
No, 2 squared. So
yeah, it's 4.
Okay, that's 4. Okay.
Yeah, 4.
So if you, by the way, if you put in the formula, which is that, whoops. Whoa. Okay, it's not working. Whatever. All right. Yeah, it needs 2 asterisks instead of caret in roll 20. Roll 20's dumb. Anyway, unfortunately, your 4 damage does not break it completely. It does damage it though. Chain has 10 hit points. So you've done some work. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
No.
Alrighty, the wizard is on his way to becoming free. And we are going to go to the next initiative order, which is Allie. You're about 20 feet away. What would you like to do?
So this monster has a physical humanoidish form, right?
No, it is gigantic. It is monstrous. You would absolutely call it a monstrosity.
Okay. Now I'm gonna rush it in and cast Inflict Wounds.
Yeah, okay, you run right up to it and inflict wounds. Go ahead and give me your move. Oh damn! Yeah, you'll absolutely hit with that. A 23. Go ahead and give me your damage roll on your inflict wounds. We'll see how much you hit this guy.
Yeah, I got them.
All right, I've got his hit points all figured out too. Oh man, those were not the best inflict wounds you've ever done. That's the right note. 10 points of damage is 10 points. As you hit him, and it kind of like makes an awful squealing or screaming sound. Then it's gonna go, and it is going to rear back a little bit and take that long finger it has and stab at you with it. It's going to poke you. Poke.
No, it's not going to poke. Okay. No, it's not.
Well, it will make a second poke. Actually, no, it won't. Seeing it miss you, it'll be like, and rear back a little bit and just point the finger at you and use the Eye's wretched finger move. Can you roll me a charisma saving throw? Or become cursed?
Charisma saving.
Charisma save. Not succeed. You're going to take 20 points of psychic damage, and you you start to twist and deform, cursed by its magical wretchedness. Yeah, that's really bad for you. You have disadvantage on ability checks, saving throws, and attack rolls that are based on strength, dexterity, or charisma while cursed in such a way.
Oh, thank God I don't. I never use any weapons.
Yeah, and your wisdom base. That's lucky for you. That'll be the end of its turn. Michael, what would you like to do?
Oh no, I just watched my friend get turned into something weird.
You see their like body begin to warp and change. Allie, your skin is starting to almost wither, it looks like. As if rapid necrosis. It's horrible. It hurts a lot. It hurts 20 points of psychic damage. Yeah.
Okay, so first thing I'm gonna do, I'm not gonna move yet. I'm going to pull out my crossbow, shoot this creature.
Okay.
Okay, and let's see what happens.
You hit him. For 5 points, no problem.
Then I'm going to move up to the creature, then use my action surge, and then I'm going to use my longsword, plus I'm going to use precision attack to make sure I hit this thing.
I'm pretty sure you hit this thing.
No, to make sure I hit
some armor.
Well, you can see after you roll if you want.
Yeah, you can choose to hold the precision strike until after.
I'm gonna hold it. If I think I made a low roll, I'll
just do it, bro.
I mean, you might always use it just for the damage too.
Precision attack doesn't do damage.
I forget what's the superior die adding? Just curious. I forget. Like
it's usually 1d8, but it might be different because of your level. I think it's just 1d8 for you though right now.
So I don't need
the precision.
You don't need it, but you can do an extra like damage thing, another maneuver.
Or I could use strip attack just to add damage, but it wouldn't do anything because he's gargantuan.
Yeah, he's huge.
Yeah, he's huge, not gargantuan. But yeah.
Don't you have like commanders?
I'll still do it for the damage. I'm doing it for the damage, so 1d8 for the extra damage.
I thought you were like a commander or something.
Oh wow!
Ooh.
Damage.
That's some good damage.
Nice.
Yeah, and he seems totally normally affected by the attack.
Wow.
You do have a magical weapon, but even your non-magical crossbow hurt him perfectly normally. As it screeches in pain as you chop into its finger, it rears back in not pleased. Is that the end of your turn, Mike?
That's the end of my turn, finally.
All right. The prisoners will attempt to break out of their chains. This is going to be for the servant and then for the wizard. All right, neither of them are able to get out. And we are back to the top. Fawkes, what would you like to do? You are 100 feet away from this creature now. You see your allies doing battle.
Hey, Queen. Yo, there's totally like a gargantuan monstrosity outside that's going to destroy your kingdom.
Destroy it? I don't... She seems befuddled. She doesn't know what to do.
Yeah, maybe I can save you if... I don't know. Are you married?
What? Whoa, where is this going? Where is this going?
Check.
Okay.
This woman, what is wrong with Fawkes?
So she goes from like panicked to suddenly like, oh well, I'm not yet. She kind of gives you a look.
Okay.
Fawkes,
what would you like to do? You
I'm
went to the
interested.
land of people who love Bartholomew's adventurers. What did you think?
It looks like your hand could use a ring on it. I could put a ring on it.
Right.
Wow, you deceptive bastard! You deceptive bastard!
Then let's put a ring on it and call it a day.
God. Okay. So what are you doing? You're trying to persuade the queen to marry you. Is what I'm hearing. So. Okay. Sure.
So Fawkes, king of the tree people.
King of the tree people. Ideal, it's your turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to break the chains again with my square dagger.
Okay.
You know, free the wizard.
Freeing the wizard, cool, good call.
Manages to marry the queen. No, he has to rename. He has to rename his title to King of the Tree People. He has to.
I agree. That is what should happen if somebody does it.
Ooh.
Just make a really long title. Yeah, you free the wizard, Ideal, as you smash the chains with your square dagger.
The really long title.
Piercing it. What would you like to do now? Is that all you're doing that round?
Well, considering that I was attacking the chains, yes. That is all I'm going to do for that round.
The
awesome.
tree
So now he can do stuff.
Yeah, the wizard can do stuff. That's why I was freeing him.
Yeah, I'll have him go right now, actually, just because you just freed him. He is going to... I actually have a character sheet for him. Is going to... cast a spell. Oh, wow. He's got a good spell. Shit. He's going to cast... Oh, of course, I roll it to the GM like a dummy. He casts Hold Monster, targeting the ion. Now that he has his hands free to use his material components, or to access them, rather. And the thing is going to have to roll a wisdom saving throw. And it fails! You see this wretched monstrosity just begin to freeze up as the wizard's magic takes hold of it. And the wizard goes, now it is your time! Destroy him! And we are back to Allie. The creature is paralyzed before you, meaning melee attacks that hit automatically crit.
Oh.
Yeah, and that includes your inflict wounds, just so you know.
Oh.
Yeah, oh yeah, you absolutely hit. which means
auto
critical damage. Which for inflict wounds just means roll the damage die twice, and that's what you're gonna do. Oh my god!
And then another one.
7 and 18. Wow! A mighty blast of necrotic energies as Allie, you channel forth the power of the sun above and strike this creature. It can't revive because it's paralyzed, but it would be in horrible pain as its yellow-brown or its yellow-orange eyes stare into you in agony, or down at you, rather.
Very, very down at me.
Yeah, precisely. And as you're still cursed and deformed, yet it doesn't seem to matter as your power is beyond it. Its turn. Damn, I guess it'll just make a save. Which it succeeds. It breaks out, now very angry at you, Allie. Let's see if it recharges. It doesn't, and that's the end of its turn. We go to Michael. It is no longer paralyzed.
Oh, it's not paralyzed anymore, so I can't crit it.
No.
Can't crit it again.
Well,
can't crit
don't say
time.
can't. Just don't auto crit.
You're going to crit it. I say you're going to crit it.
Okay. Oh, you're gonna call it crit? Okay, let's see if it happens. Called it.
The power of the sun calls for a crit.
I am trip attacking that as well.
Fantastic. Go ahead and give me your total damage then. Wow.
A D8, rolling a D8.
Mm-hmm.
Plus 8 more.
2d8 because you crit.
Yeah, that actually doubles too.
That doubles, so that would be plus 16
doubles.
or another. Or do I
no, you have to roll it again.
Oh yeah, you're.
I'll roll another D8.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
Alrighty, well, jeez. Another 6 points. What a round. This thing is now looking really bad as it's kind of like screaming in pain. It's looking like it might try and flee quite shortly. The prisoners, that is just the lady now. She's still in chains. She can't get out. She seems terrified. Fawkes, it's your turn. What would you like
What happened to the soldiers?
They're running across the bridge. They're about
cool.
20 feet away from the fight now.
I guess I will kiss the queen in my arms, and I will activate Radiant Soul and unleash my wings, and let go of the kiss, and just like dash, fly back all the way to this monster. Use the Greaves of War as a bonus action, so I'm back 60 feet, so it should be around 40 feet away from it.
Oh, she looks at you in awe. My hero. And you fly at it. What do you? Go ahead, Fawkes.
Can I attack it?
It was 100 feet from you at the beginning. How fast can you go with your wings and the Greaves of War?
60 feet with the Greaves and wings, and then I'd have to use the dash action.
You'd have to dash.
Okay, done.
Okay, so you
But
rush
it's
up
within
toward the creature.
melee range, and I'll like land on it with my feet planted on this giant creature.
All right.
Sword raised above my head, ready to cut down the heavens.
Ready to cut down whatever this thing is. Ideal, it's your turn. What would you like to do as the creature?
I'm going to use Witch Bolts.
Oh, you're just going to shoot with lightning. All right. Go ahead. We're back to the actual battle. Shit, that'll hit. Go ahead and give me your damage.
We did not roll right.
You conjure a bolt of lightning and fire it away. Oh, actually.
Yeah. I think I didn't set it up right.
Before you do that,
because it does count as a second level spell, so it's gonna do.
Well, first I'm gonna have the wizard roll his attack because he's gonna try and hold monster again, which would give you advantage on this attack, which I don't think matters. You'd automatically crit, which is relevant.
All
right. Yeah, he's held again.
Okay.
It is. All right, so you're gonna hit him with your lightning. Go ahead and give me your damage. All right. Well, that's the good thing about critting. Give me another one. 7 points.
Yeah, because this is a level 2 spell, that's actually my normal should be my normal damage. But for some reason, it didn't give me the chance to do it as a level 2 spell.
Sure.
I just need to fix it. That's all. So
give me the rest of it.
Yeah. So
2 more.
Another 4 and 4. This eye is looking very bad right now. It is twitching and like, and it looks rough. Is that the end of your move, Ideal?
Yeah.
Jeez, I thought this thing would be way tougher for you all, but I guess not.
Off.
At all. You guys are trashing it.
Give it some more HP so I can actually get a hit on it.
Allie, move.
And I am going to be using the last of my 3rd level spell to cast a final inflict wound at level 2.
That'll hit, and he's paralyzed again, so that'll crit.
Oh yeah, forgot about that.
Give me your massive damage. God.
Jesus Christ.
And then you dared say in the D&D talks that clerics don't have damage.
Clerics get damage when they crit, all right? You blast this thing with necrotic energy, and it like, and his like eyes bugging out, and it is, I think it's just dead. Yeah, you just killed it. You knocked it to 0 hit points. And that
quick, let me get cut in, the final stab to death.
Farku, as it begins, Fawkes, it begins to fall, you cleave it in twain with your great sword. Who really knows who struck the killing blow? But
you just see black flames coming from Allie's hands and eyes as she starts to cackle and like maniacally.
Yeah, and as you cackle maniacally, the wizard who had cast a spell to hold the monster looks uncomfortable at you, Ideal. Is she all right? Everything all right with that?
I'm gonna be stunned as well. Like, wow, that was a little excessive.
Yeah, that was a little gruesome. A few moments later, the body hits the jungle floor. Seemingly in ruins. The queen rushes to the doorway looking at all of you. Fawkes, all that she saw was you cleave it in half at the last moment. She was inside the whole time.
Good.
She swoons. And you were all brought back into her court. And she greets you all and thanks you all. Thank you all for your fantastic service. That was remarkable. You were able to find the creature and destroy it.
I guess that solves this adventure. How about we celebrate? Yeah, me and the queen's wedding as well. I'll bring out the disco drift globe and we'll all party and dance.
Yeah, you bring out the disco drift globe and there is a marriage ceremony. Does anyone else stay for it or do you all leave? With your
I leave.
I'm disgusted with Fawkes because he just absolutely tricked her into marrying him. I'm done. I'm leaving.
Tricked.
Mauro wooed. Let's be real. King of the tree people.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay.
Yeah, Ideal stays. There's a great celebration as the queen marries Fawkes, the sword who cuts the heavens, king of the tree people. Congratulations, everyone, for succeeding in this adventure. You all gained
for fuck's sakes, why did you have to marry her?
You have all gained 200 Bartholomew bucks, 1 experience point, and a wife.
Yes.
Everyone gets a wife.
You all hear the many myriad Tree King shouting out, "For Tree King Fawkes' sakes!"
And with that, thank you all for playing. I think with that, we're going to be right back. We got another adventure going.
Wait, shop.
Oh, right. Would any of you like to go to Bartholomew's shop?
I can't really check how much money I have, so no.
Okay.
Ideal will not go to the shop. He's gonna.
Oh, good. He's gonna enjoy the free food at the wedding.
Yeah, he not only that, but he's gonna see if he can't make alliances with the tree people for his own people.
Okay, sounds good to me. And with that, I think if no one wants to go to the shop, hearing no one, if you'd like to go, just let us know later, and we'll do the shop later too.